And welcome to Eagles football as the McDonogh Eagles take on the St. Vincent Pallotti High School. We're looking forward to a great game here with Eagles, of course, looking to extend their winning streak from last week where they won by a pretty good margin. What are you looking forward to seeing here today, Colin?
Just try and pound the ball, just put some drives together, and try and limit the turnovers. That's just the key just to winning. Also, no penalties.
Yeah, penalties didn't hurt them as much in their last home game, but they really needed to run the ball better. Their defense was pretty stifling in that first half, but their offense couldn't capitalize on the amazing field position as the Eagles will kick off here. It'll be returned by St. Vincent Pallotti, and it's a great stuff. What a hit there.
Yeah, the blocks just didn't come together on that play.
Max, we're good? Actually not. Oh, we're good. I don't know what these people are. I don't know what. All right, I'll just call them St. Vincent Pallotti. St. Vincent Pallotti will take a run play there.
Yeah,
Stuffed by the McDonogh defense. Really great run blocking there.
Yeah, they only gained a couple yards on that play. Eagles defense did a good job on containing the run.
And that's what they'll really look for in this game. They really got to have this stifling defense so that their offense can get great field position, capitalize. Back shotgun here. And it's another stuff. That we've seen 2 runs in 2 plays here by St. Vincent Pallotti.
Yeah, Mason Robinson blew up that play. He went through the O-line really quick and forced the running back to bounce to the outside.
That's right, and we look on the ropes here, but it is a 3rd and short. This is not a bad place to be. They're definitely staying ahead of the chains here.
Yeah, St. Vincent Pallotti still in the same formation.
Take the snap, and it's a handoff again. And it's another stuff. Wow, really great 3 and out there by the McDonogh defense.
There's Mason Robinson again, blowing up the play. Made 2 impact plays on this drive already.
And the offense, they staying on the field here. They're going to go for this. Well, that's a gutsy call this early in the game.
Yeah, especially
like it,
at their own 34-yard line.
Yeah, but I like it, though.
See if it works out for them.
And around, it's another run, and it works. It works. They're able to pound forward for a few yards. Not a lot of energy here on the sidelines, but the pickup throughout the game. I'm sure only 2 minutes down. They have 1 first down. The Pallotti High School varsity football has 1 first down.
Yeah, let's see if they keep it on the ground or they try and throw it.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of high school teams mostly run the ball. They don't really have a lot of faith in their quarterback, or they just don't want to do it. That's another run there. It's a pretty good run, too. Got around 5 yards. And it looks like there's going to be a stoppage as there's an injured player, and you never really want to see that on either side of the ball. So we'll take a quick break. And the Panthers player will get up and leave his field with 2 trainers' helps. You never really want to see that on either side of the ball. It's not good. But we have seen 4 rushes by the Panthers here in their first possession in the first drive of the game. It's taken 2 minutes off the clock. I think we're going to see another one. That's really how a lot of high school football has shaped out. A lot of rushes. They've gone for it on 4th down, been gutsy because, you know, why not? We are in high school after all. We're going to see some more rushes here to come.
Yep, injured player was Troy Burker, who is a junior.
And the Panthers will take the snap, hand off. It's another run, and it's got a great first down. He powers forward, dragging 2 guys on his back. It takes a whole committee to stop him down, and he stopped at about the 50 for another 1st and 10. That is a really great job by that Panthers offensive line, shaping up those blocks.
Yeah, another run play. They've just pounded the ball so far in this game. And then, again, number 51, Mason Robinson, blew up the play in the middle, so they had to bounce it outside, but luckily for them, they had an open gap. Tackle there was by Noah Angst.
And they'll take the snap and shotgun, it looks like. Another handoff, and it's another run play. Look to get about 3 yards there. Not a bad run. They're running pretty well. There's no been any crazy stifling plays by the Eagles or really tackles for a loss. They've been getting a good 3 or 4 yards per carry, which is really what you have to do if you want to run the ball consistently.
Yeah, Aiden Garrett, the running back for the Panthers, has looked good so far. Tackles by Noah Angst on that play.
Shape up for another play here. Looks like the similar formation to the other side. Take the snap, hand off. It's another run play, but this time it's broken up a bit more, and that'll make a 3rd down and medium. Looks like a 3rd down and about 5.
Again, Mason Robinson is just doing really well off the middle. He's just like forcing the Panthers to bounce the plays to the outside.
We did see them go for it on 4th down, run on 3rd and medium, and go for it on 4th down. So if they know they're going to go for it on 4th, maybe they consider a run again. But we'll see. Similar formation. Blocker to the left in front of the quarterback. Quarterback takes the snap, and it's a handoff. And it's another hole. The hole is big, and he gets through the first layer to the second layer and forces the safeties and defensive backs to make the stop. Another 1st down by the Panthers.
One on that play was by Xavion Prince. Got a good 10 yards on that play, so have to replicate that if they want to win the game.
Yeah, and they really just have to be consistent here. They really haven't passed, and they haven't really needed to pass. They haven't been in a situation where it's really been necessary. I suspect if they get into a 3rd and long situation, they might have to, but really haven't encountered that. They've been staying pretty ahead of the stick so far.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And Panthers will take the snap here in a minute, and then they'll hand it off. It's the first pass of the game. He rolls out, play action, and he's almost sacked, and it's an almost pick. Thankfully, it was too short, and the McDonogh defenders could not pick the ball off. If that was thrown with a little bit more juice off it, it might have been a pick.
Yeah, quarterback Jaden Lewis, he didn't have much time. He had to roll out to his right, and pick was Noah Angst almost made an interception.
I do like that call of play action there. You know, you got him hanging on the run. McDonogh Eagles is guessing run. You go play action, you fool him a bit, fool the secondary, get him to jump down a bit. But now they're faced with a 2nd down.
Yep, lining up in the same
Panthers
formation.
will take the snap, and they hand the ball off. And McDonogh defense is stuffed, and it looks like they're going to set up for a 3rd down. That is Noah Angst, the linebacker, junior linebacker. And he's looked good in these past few games for McDonogh. He really has.
Yeah, Noah Angst and Mason Robinson have been 2 huge players on their defense so far in this game. Mason Robinson has blew up a few plays, and Angst has a couple tackles and an almost interception.
3rd and long situation here. I expect a pass, but who knows? I mean, they certainly don't like to pass.
So far in this game, that's true, yeah.
Panthers will take a snap in a running formation. They running back out wide. Well, it's incomplete. Thrown a little bit away from him. Couldn't really reel it in. But honestly, the linebacker there was in position to make the tackle and force a 4th down. Either way, even if the pass was completed. Really great job by the McDonogh defense there.
Yeah, the ball's a little bit out of reach of Xavion Prince. Even if he called it, he'd only get a gain for a couple yards. Let's see. Looks like they're keeping the offense on the field for a 4th down and 10.
Yeah, I guess they don't like to punt here, really.
Yeah.
I guess they're in that situation for high school. You know, it's too far to kick, but, you're okay with giving too far to kick a field goal, but you're okay with giving this field position, as the Panthers will take a snap here. And a short pass to their wide receiver. He slips one tackle, but he's tackled from behind for a gain of 5, which is a turnover on down by the Panthers, and will give the Eagles a 1st and 10 at the 30.
Yeah, in that situation, the Panthers are they're like in a in-between spot. It was like a 52-yard field goal if they kicked it, which is a little long for high school, and you don't really want to punt if you're so close to the end zone. So they went with a play, and they only gained about half the yards. Eagles starting at like the 30-yard line.
I just hate the call there. I mean, if you're the Panthers offensive coordinator, why would you make a pass before the 1st down line? I mean,
I agree. If they did it, a screen pass isn't really the first play of choice I would pick. Maybe like a medium like slant or out route. It would be a more suitable play.
The Eagles will take the snap here. It's a running play to number 5. That is Demetrius Smith for a loss of 5 yards. Really great job there, bouncing to the outside and forcing him to go to the outside, and then subsequently getting tackled for a loss. And you never really want to start a game like that, huh? You start out the ball, the first possession, you run, and it's minus 5 yards.
Yeah.
Not that good. Now they're stuck in a 2nd and long.
Quarterback for the Eagles today is Braden Palazzo, who's a freshman.
Braden Palazzo, the shotgun.
One impact player I'm looking at is Santino Sanchez. He was big in the last home game.
Oh.
There he is.
It's a catch by Santino Sanchez for a gain of about 5 yards, 5-6 yards. That was an interesting catch by Santino Sanchez. He just barely got it through from that one St. Vincent Pallotti Panther cornerback, and they subsequently kept his focus to run for a few more yards afterwards. He's a spry guy too. He's pretty agile with the ball in his hands, and they'll look to get the ball in his hands early and often in this game.
Yeah, tackle there was by Ryan Pennington, who's a senior. It's a good hit.
Palazzo will take the snap here. Throw the ball, passing play. Oh, ow. And it's incomplete. The target there was number 8, Brandon Finney. And that'll bring up the 4th down and the punting team. Not something we saw a lot of last game. 2 pass plays and 1 run play in the first drive. Last game we saw basically only run plays. But I guess it really hasn't worked out for them yet.
Yeah, they only gained like 2 yards on that drive. Not what you're looking for. Just they got the momentum back on that 4th down and weren't able to do anything. Let's see if the Panthers, who have 2 return men, which is interesting, what they can do with it.
Oh, yeah, that is interesting. What? Are you going to see some trickery here?
Yeah, there's an old Rams play that
yes.
one player fakes it, and then the other player runs up the field with the ball. I think it was Tavon Austin.
And the Eagles will punt, but a few flags are called. Whistles blow.
Yeah, punter today is Peter Kokinis.
Peter Kokinis. It's delay of game by McDonogh. I don't know if that was intentional, but on a 4th down, it can't really hurt that much. But they will go backwards on the drive, technically.
Well, it's just a field position game. Let's see. I mean, 5 yards is a big difference. So, but in the 4th down punt, really. But who knows? Let's see what happens here.
Peter Kokinis back to take the punt. Punt is up, and it was almost blocked. That's going to be that looks like it would be a flag, but it's not called.
A flag marker
Panthers
is down on the field.
return it to the 40, but it looks like there's going to be yeah, you can't do that. That's just dangerous. You can't come down on the punter like that.
That might be a 1st down for the Eagles, roughing the punter.
That could be a 1st down for the Eagles.
Yeah, that was Daniel.
Oh, no, they're not calling it. It was, I think it's still going to be Panthers ball at the 40. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Daniel Wingate was the one who almost blocked that punt, but it's a matter of inches between a block punt and a roughing the kicker call.
Yeah, that's really bad. It's so dangerous, that penalty, too. If they come down wrong, they sprain their ankle, they're out for the game, or something happens, high ankle sprain, whatever it is. Either way, McDonogh will set up defense at the 40. Don't know if they're going to back the Panthers up a bit. They should. Nothing's happened yet.
Looks like there's a little bit of confusion. I think the punting unit is coming back on the field. Maybe it was only a 5-yard gain. Or they're just redoing the kick, which is interesting.
Yeah, they're just going to redo the punt here. Thankfully, Peter Kokinis is not hurt. Peter Kokinis punts. No flag there. Back, and the Panthers are there to return it. It rolls to the 30, the 25, and that's a great punt to put him in field position. To put him in not very good field position. That's a really great punt.
Yeah, that punt was like 50 yards. That's crazy. That's like something you see at the pro levels.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really good.
Panthers will storm to take the field here.
Let's see if they get some success through the air game on this drive.
I expect about 5 more runs, to be honest.
With how the Panthers are playing, might just be a touchdown brawl. Might not be any field goals.
Yeah, but it's not like the rushing game has
Been bad.
No, not at all. Just got like one bad set of downs. It's all right. They've been winning the game up front so far. And they'll look to continue that, but they do have to go 75 yards if they want to get in the end zone. 4 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, been a pretty slow-paced first half, but interesting to see the mind battle between the two teams. Like which play to call, what receiver to throw to, which side to run. See if Mason Robinson and Noah Onks can make some more plays.
And it's a big run. He breaks to the second level, carrying a few defenders on him. Yeah, and when the linebackers can't get to the running back, it's a tough ask on any defensive back, any pretty skinny defensive back, to tackle a big running back that the Panthers have. That's why he got a pretty good 10-yard gain.
Demetrius Smith was out there also trying to bring him down. He was also playing running back.
Panthers will take the snap. Passing play, we haven't seen much of that, and it's a slant and it's dropped.
Dropped errors by Nathan Stewart. If he caught that, he had a lot of room to run going over the middle of the field.
It looks like he had only one more defender behind him, one more safety, and they would have been gone. That was a great play. It looked like an RPO, too.
Yeah, it was good play design, too.
But that will bring up 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. In the shotgun, they'll hand the ball off on 2nd down and get stuffed for looks like a 1-yard gain.
There's Mason Robinson
again.
0-yard
gain.
Mason Robinson makes a tackle for a loss. 3rd down, Panthers.
Yeah, the really breakout player of this game so far has been Mason Robinson. He's making a play he's making a huge difference every play. He's blowing up every run up the middle. It looks like him alone is making a difference, and so see if the Panthers are going to throw more with his presence on the inside.
And Lewis will take the snap for the Panthers. Takes it. It's not a handoff. It's a play action. He's getting to the outside. He's going to try to run, and he's sacked. Sacked back at the 35, and that will line the Panthers up to punt here.
There's Mason Robinson again. He's just amazing so far in this game. Holy crap. It's just he's making tackle for loss. He's getting a sack. He's preventing runs.
Really great defensive hold by the Eagles as an overall group, to be honest, as well.
Yeah. Fan section's chanting his name now.
As they should.
Yeah.
It's been all over the place here. It's a little bit of a high punt, but he can settle it. It's a pretty short punt too. Bounces at the 40, but takes a Panther bounce to the 31. And McDonogh will set up their offense and try to get something going, try to put some points on the board and take the first lead of this game. Right now it's 0-0.
Yeah, turn man on that play was Michael Tan, sophomore. Eagles offense coming back on the field for the second time.
Palazzo under center. He will take the snap and hand off. And it looks like he's stuffed at the line for a 0-yard gain. Wow. Really great job winning the line of scrimmage by the Panthers there.
Yeah, Chase Green was on that run. Got stuffed at the line. So the D lines in this game have really been making a difference.
Palazzo backed up, take the snap this time out of shotgun. It looks like he hands the ball off again, and he's stuffed for a 5-yard loss. Wow, that's pretty bad. And that's going to set up a 3rd and 15, a 3rd and long. And they've really had some trouble getting some big chunks of yardage in this game. They only have one drive to show for it as well.
Yeah, tackle there was by Gabriel Williams. Eagles offense has been off to a slow start. See if they can get it together and put together a drive here.
Yeah, they really need to do something here. It's been pretty uneventful so far. First it was a pretty long drive into McDonogh territory by the Panthers, and then it's just been a few 3-and-outs. Palazzo will take the snap. Passes. Looks to be a short pass, and he's going to the 40, and it's a first down. Incredible by the Eagles, incredible catch and run, and that is number 12, Jefferson Exenor. That is a great job of gaining yards after catch, surveying the field, and that's a really great underneath route.
Yeah, there have been 2 slants called in this game, one by the Eagles, one by the Panthers. The one for the Eagles there just went for like 15 yards. The one by the Panthers, if you remember, was the drop that had open yards.
Yeah.
Let's see if the offensive coordinators keep running them to see, because they've had success so far, or the defenses can adapt.
Palazzo and shotgun.
4 receivers.
Probably maybe calm down, but no, there's a screamer off the edge. Palazzo looks to be sacked. He tries to break out of it, but there's more Panthers there to bring him down, and that'll be a loss of 15 yards on the play. That's not good.
Yeah, sack there is by.
End of the first
That's
quarter.
the end of the first quarter. We'll see you again when the second one starts. And the Eagles will set up here on the opposite side of the field. Palazzo take the shotgun. It's a pass play, and it's complete to number 12. That is Jefferson Exenor. He's been the target twice now on, looks like 4 or 5 passing attempts. Really great job there. Unfortunately, it was a second and long, and now they're going to set up for a third. And a little bit shorter, but still kind of long.
Yep.
Probably look to another pass play here. Palazzo has actually looked pretty good in his pass attempts so far today. And he'll take the snap here, the shotgun. And it looks like the Panthers are bringing the house. They drop, bring back 4, it's screen pass. And he's running up the field, gets tackled at the 50, just short of a first down. And it's gonna be a 4th and short.
That was Jefferson Exenor again. He made the slant catch in the end of the first half, or first quarter, sorry.
That's right. And he looks like a playmaker on this team. And you want to get the balls in your play. You want to get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and let them make some magic happen. And it looks like the offense is staying on the field, and they go for it on 4th and short. I like this call. It's a gutsy call. We saw the Panthers do it earlier in this game in their own territory, and now the Eagles are doing it closer to midfield.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a power run here.
Yeah, 3 receivers on the left. Let's see if it's like a screen.
It's a pass. Oh, it's complete. That's great. And does he stay on his feet? He does not. But it's still a great catch. Jefferson Exenor. Another first down. Jefferson Exenor is really having a day here today. 3 catches now, all going from a decent chunk of yardage. He's got some really reliable hands. He looks like to be a favorite target of Palazzo.
Yeah, he's been an impact player so far. Him, Noah Angst, and Mason Robinson. All, it's been amazing. Palazzo's been good, but in a limited number of attempts. See if the offensive coordinator trusts him.
Palazzo back in shotgun. It's a swing pass out to the wide receiver, Santino Sanchez. He's a shifty guy, but unfortunately he's stuffed at it looks like the 49, and it'll take a loss of yards on that play. Back near the 50. Santino Sanchez, a guy they'll look to put the ball into the hands of because he's really shifty. He usually is able to make the first guy miss and force 2 or 3 guys to have to take him down, but it really didn't work there. They weren't able to catch the defense fooled.
Yeah, Mitchell Gardner, number 8 on the Panthers, did a really good job containing him and forcing him to the outside. And the sideline acts as another defender, so just good job on defense.
Now they're stuck in a second and long situation. Might need to pass here.
There's no one guarding the receiver on the right. A little bit. They can show like a short pass.
4 receivers out. Take the snap under center. It's a pass to number 5. That is Demetrius Smith out of the backfield. That gets down to the, that looks like the 43, and it'll set up for a 3rd and 10.
There's a flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play. See who that's against. Last time we saw, I believe, holding penalties are 15 yards from the spot of the foul, so that's why last time we saw some 20-yard holding penalties, and the Eagles defense is backing up. That might be what's happening here.
Yeah, it's a big call against the Eagles.
That's like a real drive killer.
Yeah, it looks like they were driving, and yeah, there's the holding call. And they were really driving, and this call might set them back. And
they're back to the 38, and the first down line is all the way in Panthers territory at the, looks like 40, at the, 47.
Yeah, they need like 30 yards, and it's already 3rd down. It's like 3rd and 30. First down markers on the 34-yard line of the Panthers.
Oh, it's off the steps of number 4, and it's picked off by the Panthers. And a good return off the hands of Caden Harris, just a little bit too high. Maybe he wasn't looking. And the Panthers will set up shop with great field position here. At the very least, they have a field goal, but they'll look to capitalize. And that's a really crucial turnover for McDonogh. They really can't afford to give that up with how their offense has been this first half.
Yeah, Alexander Moore there with interception. And we can go back to that holding call. If that call wasn't made, it was only a 3rd and 10. They could have had a run, and
number 4, Caden Harris looked open too. It just looked like it sailed on him as the Panthers will take the first snap here. In a heavy set formation, they hand the ball off.
Too many men on the field. Number 54, Sean Stevenson, was rushing to get off the field. That'll be a 5-yard penalty against McDonogh, presumably.
Yeah. That's not good for McDonogh. Just threw a pick, another penalty. Not something you want to see as a coach, as a player.
Early in the game, I talked about how penalties would be a huge factor. Last home game, matter of fact, for the Eagles, penalties really helped them win in the first half of that game.
Panthers in a heavy set formation here. They snap the ball. They'll probably look to run. It's a play action pass. They got one receiver down. Number 1, he makes the catch. That's Nathan Stewart. An incredible, absolute Moss catch. He had inside release, and he will be down at the 5.
That's an amazing catch. It looks like Nathan Stewart is 6'5", so he's a huge receiver on the outside. Probably be a huge presence in the red zone. Let's see if they call up a fade route to him to see if he can Moss the defender.
I actually think we're going to see some rushes here. It looks like it's another heavy set formation. Hands the ball off. He's in, and he's close, and they're pushing the pile, but they just can't get in. It looks like they'll be down at the 1. Very close, but no touchdown here.
Second and goal, Panthers.
Set up for second and goal. Really a great spot to be in as a Panther. You have the world of opportunities open to you.
Yeah.
Hopeful that McDonogh can make a stop here, but I don't quite know yet.
Yeah. Panthers have unlimited opportunities here. Looks like they're...
And it's batted down at the line. Is that they'll say it's an incomplete pass.
That looked like a screen pass to Nathan Stewart. He dropped back a little bit and then looked like he tried to lob it up, but it was batted down by the Eagles D-line. Very good play.
Third down here. I think this is fourth down territory.
Yeah.
Another heavy set formation as quarterback Lowry is under center. And it looks like it might be a touchdown. No, they'll spot it just short on that run. So close, but they're not in yet. It's a fourth down. If the McDonogh defense can somehow make a goal line stand here, that would be just an incredible feat for what they want to do in the rest of this game, as their offense really hasn't been helping out much.
That'd be a huge momentum shift for McDonogh too. On 2 plays where the screen route was attempted, that was Cam Laudenslager who batted the ball down.
Lowry under center again. Heavy set formation. They'll hand off to the fullback, and it doesn't look like he got it. Oh, and the refs will call it a touchdown. He's in.
It was really close play. Good.
Touchdown, Panthers.
One ref has his hands up. The other one does not. I think that is a touchdown. There's some arguments on the field by the McDonogh players.
Yeah.
They might conference this. I'm not sure what's happening.
The fullback may or not have slipped on that play, and it looks like he slipped a little bit.
From up here, it didn't look like he was in. They'll spot him back, and yeah, they'll spot him. It's a touchdown. That's 6 points. They'll go up for the extra point.
Let's see if McDonogh can reel back this momentum. I have to go back to that play by Nathan Stewart, and he mossed the defender straight out of Moss on TV. Then able to capitalize. This is based on those penalties too. Here's one right here.
Flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play. Not sure what this is about. This might just back up their Panthers kicker, but it shouldn't matter too much. And that's what it'll do.
Yeah, ball will be moved back to the, looks like 8-yard line.
A little bit longer of a kick, definitely makeable for high school kickers. Kick is up. It was almost blocked, but it is no good. Wow.
However, there is a flag on the play. No Onks did run into the kicker, so maybe they'll call this back.
Another kicking attempt?
There's a flag on the play, roughing the kicker.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
like they'll
roughing
get a
the
third
kicker.
chance. Almost an incredible break there by the Eagles to only go down by 6. That's 2 scores, assuming they don't score a touchdown and get 2 field goals. But it looks like they'll have a chance to kick again. A little bit closer this time and probably make it here.
Student section blacked out today with the theme.
And it looks like they're going for 2 here. Actually,
Interesting call.
under center, handoff to number 8, and
Another flag.
Yeah, another flag is on the field, and it doesn't look like he got in, but there's another flag, so we'll see what happens. There's been
No good.
flag was no good. We'll see what happens. The play was no good. See what happens here. It's really been a difficult to get these 4 plays off that really shouldn't have been 4 plays. Pick up the flag. It looks like it's just going to stay 6-0.
Yeah, it looked like they
As-
picked up the flag.
As McDonogh gets the ball back here and will try and make something, try and tie this game up, or even get a touchdown here. A touchdown is still winning. That missed extra point, missed 2-point conversion might just come back to bite them later in this game. In this close game, it looks like. It is one
Yeah.
score.
See how that play might impact the rest of this game. Every point matters, so maybe the penalties on the kick really helped the Eagles in the end.
And the kick is off. And McDonogh Eagles recover it. At the
Returned by
20, at the
Santino
25.
Sanchez.
He'll take it to the 30, where it looks like he's stopped, but they'll spot him at about the 30.
Eagles got the ball at the 30.
Not bad field position. They'll have to go 70 yards in 7 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah, plenty of time. Let's see if they can just put together a drive, couple runs, couple passes. Just
It's been pretty pass-heavy here in their first few possessions, but I think that will change. I have some faith in Palazzo. He's actually made some good catches. That one pick was off of Caden Harris's hands. It was a bit high, but I do think that was catchable. And it comes out, looks like he's in shotgun formation.
Yep, 2 receivers to his left and 1 to his right. Fullback in the play and a running back. Motion by Santino Sanchez.
And it's a handoff, and it looks like a big hole here, and it's a good gain of 7 yards.
Yeah,
That's what you have to do if you're McDonogh. You have to stay ahead of the chains, get 7 yards, 5 yards a carry, and just keep moving the chains.
Yeah, Michael Tan had a good run there. Had a good burst of acceleration. Comes off the play here now.
Palazzo here again. Palazzo's a pretty tall guy, too. He can definitely see over those offensive and defensive linemen for his receivers downfield. Shotgun here. He takes the snap. It's a pass to Santino Sanchez. Spins out of 1 tackle and is tackled at the 42 with a first down. We've seen a pretty even spread of running and passing, which is unlike what we've seen at their last home game, where they almost exclusively ran the ball.
Yeah, last home game was, like you said, very run exclusive. And this game, it looks like they're starting to build trust in Palazzo to air it downfield.
I agree. Taking it in shotgun formation, they've really liked that so far. It's a handoff to number 5. That is Demetrius Smith. He'll get a few yards on the ground.
I've
Maybe a
noticed
second down.
with both teams, there's been motion pulling one or multiple defenders to that side. On that play, it was Santino Sanchez. And with his speed and agility, they have to bring a couple people to, in case they guard him, and that opens up lanes in the middle of the field.
That's right. Palazzo. Take the snap here. Another motion play. It looks like, except this one goes out wide to number 2. Pass completed for a few yards, down at about the 49. That pass is completed to Caden Harris. Great job there, setting up a 3rd and medium. Third and medium here. Really need to convert this, put some points on the board, and make this competitive. Offense really hasn't shown us much, as Palazzo will take the snap, passes to number 12, and it's a great hit. Jefferson or Exeter does come down with a catch, but it looks like it's not for much of a gain, as they'll have a 4th and about 5 here, and it looks like they're bringing on the punt team. Not going to go for it here.
Yeah, tackle there was by Daniel Wingate. He's made a couple plays in this game. Down on offense just stalls again. Let's see if they can put any points this first half. Below 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Or
to be fair, that was a pretty incredible hit. That was pretty intense too. I'm glad that Caden Harris can, Jefferson Exeter can get up and walk off the field as McDonogh will punt. Punt is off, takes a bounce at the 25, and then out of bounds at the, looks like the 19 or the 20. And the Panthers will set up with not great field position and have to go 80 yards to score.
20-yard line.
Time is not a problem here, as there's 4 minutes left on the clock. They can really take their time here, but it's not, they still have to keep it in mind if they get into the red zone and they're low.
They also still have 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning to work with, so they have a good chance of, if they can put some plays together to get some points. See if the McDonogh defense has looked pretty good, except for that one drive, can stop them and get the ball back to their offense for hopefully some points.
Lowry here, he has 3 running backs in the backfield. Hands it off, and it's a pretty good run to, it looks like about the 24 for around a 4-yard gain.
2nd down, Pallotti.
I guess that's what they're going to try to do, just to whittle away this and wear down this McDonogh defense, so that eventually later in the game they'll be able to take some big chunk plays.
Yeah, it's a good point. If they run enough, then the defensive line won't be able to work as hard at the end of the game, and that's when they can break off 10, 15, 20-yard runs and really make a difference. And it's another run
play here by number 2, takes the ball near a 1st down. Number 2, that is Xavion Prince, staying ahead of the chains, making it a 3rd and short. What they've had here, these past 2 plays, they have 3 running backs in the backfield, and that's really put McDonogh on their toes, because they can just do so much from that formation. They could run up the middle, they can run up the left, right, really whatever they want, or they could drop back to pass, and they'll do that again here. It looks like Lowry taking the ball under center. With the ball left, rush for a, looks like a 1st down, and I believe it is.
Yeah, with this formation, they can run like triple options. They can hand it to the fullback, or they have 2 running backs. So I guess it's now a quadruple option. Haven't seen that in the pros, I'm pretty sure. And they can take it quarterback, running back, fullback, or the other running back. They can also have blockers in the backfield, so they want to throw one deep to their receiver, Nathan Stewart.
That's right. And it looks like a Panthers down on the ground and hurt. Another injury, which you really never like to see. It looks like it's number 72. Jordan Parker.
Injury timeout, Panthers.
You never really want to see that on either side of the ball. We've already had 1 injury today. I hope that he can get up and walk off the field on his own as the trainer comes out, and we'll see you in a bit. Lowry will take another snap under center with this 3 running back formation. Takes the snap, it's a handoff, and it's a pretty good gain of a few yards, making it a 2nd and medium.
Tackle there is by Cam Lawton-Slager. He's made a couple tackles here. He's him.
It's been a pretty slow game so far, and you know, not really too much has happened, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just slow-paced, run, see if I can get some yards, and looks like a timeout here or another
looks like
injury.
Number 7 is hurt. That is Noah Onks. That's a really huge blow to this McDonogh defense. That's awful. He's always been consistently all over the place on the defensive side of the ball, making important tackles when they've needed. He had that 1 tackle for a loss earlier in this game, and to lose him right now, it does look like he's walking off on his own accord without any help, which is a great sign. He got a cramp, maybe he was a little bit tired, but I'm happy that he's all right.
Yeah, he's been a real impact player so far. So it's good to see him walk off the field. Hopefully he can be good by the end of this first half.
Lowry here, again, in this 3 running back formation, under center. Takes the snap, and it's a pitch play to the outside to number 2, and he gets forward for, it looks like he's close to the first down. I think they'll spot him just a bit short. But it looks like it's going to be a 3rd and medium, 3rd and short type situation. That was a carry by Xavion Prince. But it will set up a 3rd down, which is great for McDonogh defense. They've really been able to hold him to 3rd down, but on 3rd down, they haven't been able to capitalize and get off the field as much as they might have liked to.
See how they can hold up even with Noah Ongst off the field.
Heavy set formations, a pass play, and it looks like it's completed barely, and that might be a 1st down. There's a flag on the play, and we'll see what happens here. I think this is going to be on the Panthers, and it'll back them up. Noah Ongst coming back on the field.
Yeah, that's good to see.
I think it might have just been a cramp.
Eligible man downfield, Panthers.
Looks like it might have been an RPO play. And an eligible man downfield. That'll back the Panthers up for a 3rd and even longer. But it's still not incredibly long.
Looks like it's around a 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. Which is a big yard to gain with them not having much passing success so far. So let's see if they pass. They still have the 3 running backs in the backfield. Looks like a timeout called by the Panthers.
Timeout.
And we'll see you in a bit. And we're back here after the injury timeout. 1:44, just under 2 minutes left on the clock. Lowry will take the snap here eventually once they get set.
Yeah, both teams really haven't been able to drive down the field that
down.
much. It's only 6-0.
3rd down and long. See if they can capitalize here. See if the McDonogh Eagles can get off the field. It's a pitch play. It's a flea flicker. He's back. Number 2 throws it up to number 1. And he's open. It's an incredible catch down at the 30. Number 2 pass Xavion Pierce to Nathan Stewart for the longest pass of the day on either side of the ball, and it doesn't even come from a quarterback. Now they're near the red zone at the 30-yard line, and they definitely have enough time to capitalize and put some points on the board at least. Make this a 2-possession game, go up 9-0 here going into the second half.
Yeah, based on that play, it looks like Jane Lewis's quarterback spot is being challenged by Xavion Prince. That was a dime to Nathan Stewart, who also had the Moss in the first quarter. He's had over probably like 60 yards so far in this game. He's been a real impact player for the
And only on a few
Panthers.
catches.
Yeah, only like 2
They'll
catches.
take the snap, number 3, but it's thrown in to number 2. He's been a pretty workhorse back here, receiver as well, Xavion Prince, but it's thrown in the dirt, and that will be incomplete. It does stop the clock at 1 minute 22. Time isn't really too much of a factor here. They still have a few timeouts left, and they'll look to put some points on the board.
I really did like that flea flicker play because they've been running like mostly.
It definitely
most
caught them
plays.
off guard.
Yeah.
Caught
So
McDonogh off guard.
when they pitched it to him, the Eagles defense crashed in. So then, when Nathan Stewart ran like a post route, there's only one defender on him, and he's 6'5",
right.
so it's gonna be hard to guard him one-on-one.
And Lowry will take the snap and shotgun here. It's a pitch outside, and he's going to run to about the, looks like he stays in bounds to near the 20, and eventually he does go out of bounds. That is number 5, Alexander Moore. And he'll go out of bounds. Close to a first down, but not there yet. So it'll be 3rd down and short. I think that they can make I'm not sure actually if they can make a field goal from this range. That looks like it would be the high 30s, 37 yards. Not impossible.
Yeah, they didn't. They also went for that 4th down earlier in the first quarter. Shows that they might not have trust in their kicker, so they might have to go for it here.
Lowry take the snap here in shotgun formation, hands the ball off, and it looks like, did he get there? They'll mark him just a bit short of the line to gain. 4th down and short here again.
And the Panthers stopped on 3rd down by Mason Robinson.
It looks like the offense is staying up on
That'll
the
bring him
field.
4th down.
And
Yeah, I was looking at their the team's depth chart roster, and it doesn't even look like they have a kicker on the team. So maybe that's why. Maybe he's hurt or something else. Couldn't come to the game.
Lowry takes the ball on this crucial 4th and 1, steps back, passes up. It's a ball, but it's out of bounds.
Might be pass
Number 1, and
interference.
it looks like there's a flag on the play here, but I really didn't see anything. That was intended for Nathan Stewart. I didn't see much there. It looked like it was thrown way out of bounds.
Yeah, I didn't see much. It might have been like ref might have seen like a little push by the cornerback.
I can't imagine that to be pass interference. I think there's got to be something else there happening. Either way, that was 4th down.
Looks like the
So-
call was called on Luke Miller Jr. for McDonogh.
Ugh, well. All right.
Looks like it was called pass interference or holding. The ball's moved up to the 10-yard line.
And that'll give him a new set of downs as well. And that's really a mental breakdown by the McDonogh as there's 30 seconds left on the clock. McDonogh doesn't have a chance to get the ball back. Lowry will take the snap, hand the ball off, out wide, cuts it back inside, but he's down at the 10.
Yeah, that penalty is really big for McDonogh. If the ball was thrown way out of bounds, so and it was a 4th down too. They wouldn't have gotten any points, and now it's looking like the Panthers will extend this lead to 2 possessions.
And it looks like the Panthers will call a timeout here, as we'll see you in a bit. And it looks like it's 2nd and goal from the 10.
20 seconds left.
Panthers will come back onto the field here. Lowry will take the snap eventually. Looks like he's back up in shotgun formation, not under center this time. I like a pass here, 20 seconds left. If you run, might not be able to get back and do another play if there's an incomplete pass, no harm, no foul. I think you got enough time to use the next 2 downs you have to a pass in the end zone, or at least this down.
Yeah, if they pass, look at the matchup on the outside with Nathan Stewart. He's guarded by Mathani Paul.
That's right.
So that could be a matchup. They just, like, throw it up and 50-50 ball.
Refs are having some trouble getting this started.
Or they could just...
There's a little bit of stoppage here. We'll wait to see what happens.
Second down from around the 9-yard line.
And, see what the refs are going to say here. Not sure much has happened. Looks like they're just standing at the 25-yard line. Spot the ball here. Lowry, take it at the 15, shotgun. It's a pass play, out of the hands. Looks like it's thrown up to the outside, and there was no one there. And that'll bring up third down.
Incomplete, 3rd and goal.
It looked like the target may have been that receiver out wide, but there was no one in that vicinity. He definitely wasn't able to get there in time.
It looked like Aiden Garrett was open on a little flat route to the left side. I'm surprised he didn't throw it there for just a couple yards. Tried to force it into the end zone and threw it out of bounds.
I don't think that was the first read there. And Lowry will take another snap under center, not under center. In shotgun, pass play here. A bullet through the hands of number 1, Nathan Stewart. And incomplete. And coming up on 4th down here, 15 seconds to go. I like going for it here. However, I can completely imagine a situation that they would kick, because that is 2-possession lead. And if you have a 2-possession lead in this game with this McDonogh offense, you might just have the ball game. But they'll play gutsy. It looks like the offense is staying out on the field here. On 4th and goal from the 10. Lowry back.
Yeah, I don't know about this play call with the chance to make it a 2-possession game. 15 seconds left in half.
Back in the shotgun. It looks like it's a trick play, a fake handoff, and then a real handoff. And it looks like the Panthers are tackled at about the 5. It's a really great stand by the McDonogh defense not to give up a 4th, that 10-yard play for a touchdown, to hold still and keep this game within 1 score, as they will probably just kneel the ball here, or even try to do a little screen play and run out the rest of this half. Go into the second half, make some halftime adjustments, mostly on the offensive side of the ball, as their defense has really been stout so far this half, this game.
It looks like they might kneel. I wouldn't be surprised if they do a little. Yeah, looks like he's going to kneel.
Will take the kneel, and that'll take us to half. If anyone ever wants to come out to the McDonogh football games, make sure to donate to the Football for Food Foundation, which sends all of their proceeds, all of our proceeds, to the Maryland Food Bank. If anyone ever comes out to McDonogh games, thank you very much. We'll see you in the next half.
If you have a silver GMC Acadia parked in the Eagle lot and you lost your key, please come to the press box. Please direct your attention to the center of the field for the cheerleaders' halftime performance.
I've been down so long it looked like up to me. They looked up to me. I got fake people showing fake love to me. Straight up to my face. Straight up to my face. I've been down so long it looked like up to me. They looked up to me. I got fake people showing fake love to me. Straight up to my face. Straight up to my face. Yeah. Straight up to my face, trying to play it safe. Something ain't right when we talking. Something ain't right when we talking. Look like you hiding your problems. Really, you never was all in. No, you can't sun me. You won't never get to run me. Just when they looked out of reach, I reach back like 1-3, like 1-3.
Bro, you're playing Rocky.
Yeah, we're playing What's that?
Hello and welcome back to John McDonogh Stadium. I'm Connor May alongside Trey Moore, and we're here to watch the second half of football.
Rod texted us, and we all have a portable charger. We were at MSJ for 30 minutes that one. All right,
Okay.
Flag on the play. The ball went out of bounds.
Looks like McDonough's back on offense. We'll see if the offense can get going a little bit.
All right. McDonough's offense will take the field here. Good. All right. Special quarterback Brandon Piazza takes the field. Santino Sanchez in motion. He'll hand it off up the middle to Dima for looks like about a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
It looks like Pallotti stacking the box, almost daring McDonogh to run the ball, to pass the ball, but McDonogh is content with sticking with the pass, sticking with the run.
I mean, after a slow first half, they're looking to pick things up here, and you know they're going to need to change something because it's been a super low-scoring game. You know, Pallotti's been able to hold the offense to nothing, so they really need to just get on the board on this drive, and they've got the good field position to do it. Palazzo, he's got 2 backs. A look left, fire to Santino Sanchez for 6 yards.
Yeah, it looks like they try to hit a lot of those quick hitches, quick curls tonight.
Yeah,
and it looks like they're playing. Looks like Pallotti's playing a lot of man-to-man. It looks like tonight, but the passing game has been open when they've gone to it. You can see how far the Pallotti safeties are up, just daring the Eagles pass the ball.
Yeah, they really want. Eagles might come out with a shot play here on 3rd and short. Could happen. We've got a 3-receiver set out there. Plaza's going to take the snap shortly here. And he will immediately look right to Santino again, who will push forward for the first down up to about the 49-yard line. And that'll move the chain for the Eagles. A good start to this offensive drive.
Good play by Santino Sanchez there. A little quick out. Quarterback was pressured, but he got it out on the throw was a little bit low, but Santino still made the play.
Yeah, and this offense has got off to a good start, you know. They were able to move the chains, and we'll see if they're able to do it again. I mean, they really need to get on the board here, even if it's just 3.
Yeah, definitely putting together one of their better drives of the night.
All right. Palacios gets ready. He's got Demetrius Smith next to him. Santino Sanchez in motion. He'll look down the field, and it is caught, and he will keep going all the way to the 17-yard line.
Like Jeff Exenor on the play. Kind of the wide receiver, tight end kind of type hybrid. He was wide open. There had to be a bust in the coverage right there by Pallotti.
Yeah, and that McDonogh offense is able to execute off of that poor defensive coverage there. And what a great throw from the freshman quarterback, and great execution there to come out of the gates and get all the way down into the red zone. So from the 20, Plaza will take the snap here. We'll hand it up the middle. Demetrius Smith will rush for, looks like 2 or 3 yards.
They've had trouble getting the run game going today. Chase Green is out today with a concussion. So Demetrius Smith takes over the carries, but it looks like this one's coming back on a holding.
Yeah, and that's always something you want to fix before. That's something you want to fix when you're getting penalties like that. It really can demoralize your offense. So
definitely when the start of this drive, that's kind of a drive killer for the Eagles. I definitely expect them to put the ball in the air now.
Yeah, and they've been coming out with this in this formation where you'll see Santino Sanchez go in motion, and then it'll either be a handoff or a play action from Palazzo. So it's an interesting formation they've been in so far. Looks like it's going to be a stoppage of play there for a second. Santino Sanchez checks with Palazzo, and here we go. Palazzo takes the snap, immediately looks left, way downfield again, and that is a touchdown. A great throw, a great catch. That's a touchdown.
I think that's the best throw I've seen from Braden Palazzo on the season, but it's Jeff Exenor.
Again with that catch. What an amazing play. It was a great connection there, and just a perfectly executed route, and they're able to tear apart that defense right out the bat.
I mean, that's what Pallotti's almost daring them to do, is throw the ball deep, but McDonogh showed they could do it for one of the first times this season.
Yeah, and if they can make this extra point, I mean, McDonough's got that lead, and that's something you love to see coming out if you're a McDonogh fan here.
Great play by Jet.
This early in the second half. You know, it must have been a good halftime speech or a good game plan coming out of that second half.
That 2 receptions for like 70 yards about for
him? That's the best this offense has looked all night. And that extra point is good, and McDonogh will take the lead, 7-6.
Extra point by Sam Arbaugh is good.
Yeah. Third quarter, 9 minutes and 46 seconds to go, and McDonogh Eagles have the lead 7-6.
Looks like the student section's got a little bit more of life to them now.
Yeah, they've been waiting for that big McDonogh play, and the offense delivered there. So we'll see if Pallotti's able to come out here and match that energy, and if they're also ready to come out and.
Yeah, it's great to see some improvement from Braden Palazzo, though, just on that drive. And he hasn't had a bad game today. He's made most of his throws except for that one that was a little bit high to Caden.
Yeah, he's looked pretty good, and then, you know, as a freshman quarterback, you know, getting this extra experience early in his high school career is really going to give him the chance to shine later on when he's already got experience. And as you can see,
it's windy. The ball comes off the kicking tee.
So they'll try to put it back on there again. If it fails a couple more times, they might bring out a holder. Our papers are flying everywhere. It's a windy day today.
It's a windy day. It wasn't as windy before. Finn Alexander on the kickoff. It's interesting, they switch kickers for the kickoff and when they do field goals.
Yep, and that return will make it out to, it looks like he's going to break free for a little bit there. They say he stepped out on the 30, looks like about the 31-yard line possibly.
Good play by number 18. Good return by number 18 on Pallotti.
Yeah.
Sekou Davis.
So, I mean, the Pallotti's offense saw that happen, and they're out here trying to make up for that, make up for their defensive mistakes, come out here and match McDonogh's energy, because clearly McDonogh has changed a lot of their game plan over halftime, and now Pallotti's got to come out here and match that same energy if they really want to stay in this game.
Look out for Mason Robinson, number 51. He's had a great half, the Northwestern commit.
And
coming off the edge for the Eagles.
Looks like Pallotti will take a timeout. There's 9 minutes and 38 seconds to go. 7-6 in the third quarter. And we'll be back after the timeout. All right. Pallotti's offense will trot back out here. Looks like they'll have a 2-back set.
Like they kind of got a fullback in there.
Yeah. And some motion back there. And it'll be a run up the middle, and that is stuffed by that McDonogh front 7.
There's number 7, Noah Onkos on the play. The linebacker shoots through the hole there and makes the play. Great play by Noah.
Yeah, I mean, what a great play by the defense just to step up and blitz that gap and get right to him. I mean, he didn't have a chance to go anywhere. There was no holes anywhere, and he just goes down immediately.
He was a little bit shaken up earlier, so it's good seeing him back out there making plays.
All right. Quarterback.
Got a great matchup on the left side between McDonogh and number 1, Nathan Stewart for Pallotti.
Looks like Jaden Lewis is ready to, or not Jaden Lewis, I'm sorry. Amir Laurie takes the snap, and he will miss there. Misses targeted receiver, Nathan Stewart. It'll be incomplete, and that'll be 3rd and long. We'll see what what the offensive coordinator here for Pallotti pulls out of their hat to try to pick up those yards.
Yeah, it looked like the ball was a little bit low for Nathan. Luke Miller, number 1 for the Eagles, back there at safety, almost actually made that play. Just a couple inches off making that play for the interception.
Yeah. And, all right. Amir Laurie back there, ready to take the snap. He'll look left immediately. It'll be a quick wide receiver screen, and what a block there, but it looks like that's going to be a flag. Possibly a block in the back, maybe. Some sort of illegal block on, looks like it'll be
number
Nathan
1,
Stewart.
Nathan Stewart. It looks like that's coming back. Had a big block on Demetrius Smith.
Refs will talk it over there. And that'll push back.
That'll push back Pallotti.
Yeah, that'll push back Pallotti a few yards, and that's a tough break. But it looks like McDonogh might decline, or maybe they will accept. They will accept the penalty. It looks like it was a big one, possibly 15 yards. So
Yeah.
maybe an unnecessary roughness call.
Yeah, they lost a lot of yardage on that penalty.
And McDonogh does accept the penalty, so they'll take the 3rd and 20-ish, 25-ish over the 4th and 10.
Which is interesting. I think they kind of expected, I would doubt Pallotti would have gone for it there, but
yeah,
I
don't
guess
know.
you take the yardage.
Yeah, interesting decision there. What a good throw downfield, and it just misses number 1, Nathan Stewart, just a little bit left. Quarterback was on the run there, so tough to make that.
Yeah, it looks like number 1, Nathan Stewart for Pallotti, looks like the guy they're going to on most pass attempts, a Temple commit for Pallotti.
And he's been a bright spot for Pallotti's offense today, but you know, he was just not on the same page as his quarterback there, and they'll bring out the punt team for this 4th and 25 from their own 20.
Yeah.
Back to receive the punt for McDonogh is Michael Tan.
Michael Tan back there, who's gotten some carries too, as well as Demetrius Smith.
Looks like McDonogh is expecting a short punt. He's lined up at the 50, and that
short kick it is.
Yep. And he will return left, and he's going to go all the way to the 41, 42 yard line.
It's like a pretty good return, but
that late hit there at the end. And that's
we got some words on the McDonogh sideline from both teams.
As soon as he went off there, it must have been a late hit or something. The whole team jumped on that. So
yeah, that'll put McDonogh in amazing field position.
That gets called,
momentum has definitely shifted to McDonough's way now.
Yeah, I mean, after being shut out in the first half, this is just a great start for their offense and exactly what they would have wanted. It looks like they are going to stay that 40-yard line. I don't see any. Oh, yeah, it was unnecessary roughness on the defense, so that'll push the ball forward all the way to Pallotti's 25, which is just a huge blow.
Great, especially McDonogh has with Sam Harbaugh, even if they aren't able to get in the end zone, look for them to take a field goal.
Yeah, I know. We've seen our ball's range this year. It's been pretty good, you know. For a high school kicker, he's looked pretty good, and he's been able to hit some, you know, decently long kicks for high school level. So.
Yeah, he definitely has. He's a good-looking kicker for the Eagles.
Yeah, so, you know, I would say they're around or near field goal range for him. So, Piazza will take the field. Looks like they've got Sanchez in motion, and they'll hand it off immediately to Demetrius Smith for a yard or two. That play, they've ran that same play a good bit, and it just hasn't quite been successful. I'm struggling to figure out why they keep going back to it.
Yes.
Maybe just to draw the defense down so they can look downfield, but you know, maybe look to change it up in the run game.
I guess the Eagles want to stay true to their run game, which makes sense with the young quarterback. I mean, that's what they've been doing most of the year. They haven't been able to pass the ball too much this year, so they definitely want to stay true to the run game, but look for them to open it up a little bit, definitely after last drive.
Yeah, and Plaza will take the snap here. He'll immediately look right to Sanchez, and Sanchez has looked great this game, you know.
Yeah, he's definitely looked great the whole season.
Yeah.
For the Eagles, had the play of the year.
Yeah, and it's
in the first game for the Eagles.
It's really just Palazzo's #1 target, it looks like, this game. I mean, coming out of that slot, he just accelerates so quickly. He's able to get open for that short pass, which is what he loves to throw.
Yeah, he kind of hit him with a quick curl, if you will. I couldn't tell if it was zone or man, but if it was zone, he definitely found the soft spot in the defense and laid there and waited for Palazzo to get the ball there.
Yeah, I mean, it looked great, and it was a great play design there to push them forward to 3rd and short. We'll see if they're able to pick up that little bit of yardage, though. Sanchez will be in motion, and Palazzo will roll left down the field, and almost a great catch, but that throw is definitely a little bit short. And that'll bring up 4th down, and we'll see if they're going to bring on the kicking unit or they're going to go for it here.
Yeah, it looked like Brandon Finney almost made that play, but it's interesting to see on that 3rd down, Pallotti changed up their technique a little bit. They dropped into a too high look.
And Palazzo trotting back out there.
Going for it.
They are not bringing out the kicking unit. They are going for it on 4th and 3. Very risky move, only up 1, but I guess what's 3 more, you know? They want to get in that end zone. They want the 6 points, so we'll see if they can pick up the yardage necessary to give them 4 more tries. Palazzo will look left immediately and launch it downfield again. Almost an amazing catch, but that's incomplete. Great coverage there from Pallotti. It's like number 22. And they will turn the ball over.
Number 22, Ryan Pennington with the stop, with the good coverage. But they went to Jeff on kind of a fade, and he almost caught it, but he almost had a one-hand grab, but barely missed it, dropped it. Almost a great play, though. Good play by Pallotti.
Yeah, I mean, Sanchez and Jeff have been Palazzo's #1 targets, our 2 best targets this game, and you know, right there they just weren't on the same page. I mean, it was a good attempt, but it looks like that'll be a run up the middle for Pallotti or a little bit to the left, and they'll be stopped in their tracks. Again, that McDonogh front 7 has looked good.
Looked like Camden looks pretty hype. I think he made the play there. It's a little bit hard to see from our view, but I think Camden made that play.
Yeah.
Talented sophomore.
Yeah, and I mean, this McDonogh defense deserves credit. I mean, holding Pallotti to 6 points today and especially in the first half with little to no help from the offense. It's looked really well. It's gone really well for them.
It looks like they got a 3-back set.
3-back set, and they are stuffed. They are not going anywhere in that run game. It'll be 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6.
Yeah, Mathani and Demetrius Smith coming up from their corner positions, not afraid to hit tonight.
Yeah, I mean, working together to bring him down there, and yeah, I mean, this McDonogh team looks completely rejuvenated after halftime, and we'll see if they're able to hold him here. Holding them here would give their offense likely good field position again, so they're really looking to make a stop here, and they're again in that 3-back set.
It's almost like a triple option look.
And it's just an immediate handoff to the left, and an interesting play call there on 3rd and 6, but it'll bring a 4th down, and
it looks like their punting unit
Their punting unit will come out. I mean, giving them the ball there, giving McDonogh the offensive ball there would be dangerous. So they'll try to give them a little bit worse field position this time.
So 3 and out for Pallotti there. And a good stand by the McDonogh defense.
Yeah, I mean, looks like Michael Tan will line up about 41, 42, where he's expecting that punt to be. Oh, that is a shanked punt that'll go to the 49-yard line. Not exactly what you want to see there if you're a Pallotti fan, but
the Pallotti coaches are calling that hit the McDonogh player, but the refs don't think so.
Interesting controversy there, but nevertheless, out will trot the McDonogh offense. You know, they were held last time on that 4th and short. And we'll see if they're able to do anything here. Palazzo is out there. It looks like they've got a fullback and a halfback set both out there. Palazzo snaps as they're blitzing, and he'll immediately throw it short for about an 8-9 yard gain.
Yeah, they're just so off coverage. St. Vincent's giving a lot of room to these McDonogh wide receivers. It's just almost like quick pitch and catch every time for 5 or 6. See if they adjust and press a little bit more.
Yeah.
Especially on Santino's side, because it's clear that McDonogh will just kind of throw that quick curl every single time that they're playing off coverage like that.
Yeah, and it's interesting that they continue to do that with the continued success on the short pass like that. But you know, we'll see if they change up here. It looks like they are pressing a little tighter, and it looks like they're showing blitz here. They'll blitz 5, and Palazzo down the field, but it's just out of reach.
Yeah, you saw them in that too high set again.
He was looking for Brandon Finney there. But they just weren't on the same page ultimately, and that'll bring up 3rd, and it looks like about 3.
Yeah, they definitely have adjusted to McDonogh in the second half now that they've thrown the ball more, and it looks like they're mostly in cover 2 man with 2 safeties back there and pressing the McDonogh wide receivers. Oh.
And they all jumped there. Every single one of them jumped. That'll be offside.
McDonogh's pointing to go forward. Yeah, that looks like offsides on Pallotti.
Looks like McDonogh might have got him on the hardest count there, which is a good job by the freshman quarterback, Brandon Palazzo.
I mean, on a couple plays before, I thought I saw one of the Pallotti's players jump or go right on time, so I'm not surprised to see the penalty here now. And they've looked like they've been blitzing a linebacker a lot of the times tonight.
I agree. I think they're trying to put pressure on Palazzo to make him make a stupid decision. You know, they're thinking he's a young quarterback, but you know he's looked composed tonight.
Yeah, they're almost trying to jump the hard snap.
And wow, Dima Smith will run for a good 9-10 yards there, and he might pick up the first down.
Good, one of the better carries tonight for Demetrius. It's been a slow day for the McDonogh run game. But good run by Demetrius Smith, and Michael Tan will come in the game and give Demetrius a blow.
Yeah, and I mean, that looked like a really good play. It looked like the offensive line did a good job of pushing that hole open, and Demetrius Smith did a good job of just finding that hole and taking off through it to set up a 2nd and short here on Pallotti's 29-yard line. It'll be a quick handoff to the fullback, and that'll be stuffed immediately, maybe for 1 yard. Looks like probably no gain, and it'll stay 3rd and short.
Yeah, it was an interesting play call from McDonogh. They've used the fullback more as the season has gone along, just adjusting a little bit in their offense. And it was an interesting play call to get the fullback, but they only got 1.
Yeah. So they were looking to try something different there, maybe surprise the defensive line, but looked like Pallotti was prepared for that one.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't use that on a 4th and 3rd or 3rd and short.
Yeah. All right. So 3rd and short comes out, and looks like there's some confusion on the offense, but they will snap it regardless. Pallotti looks left on that curl route, and
Yeah, there's the adjustment from Pallotti there. You see
Incomplete pass.
they pressed this time, and McDonogh couldn't hit the quick hitch curl route kind of to Santino. So good adjustment by the defensive staff for Pallotti.
And Ignatius Williams was there to make the play to jump in front of that wide receiver, Santino, and trying to make that stop. And it looks like this time they will bring out Sam Harbaugh for what will be a really long kick. It looks like it'll be
I think
about...
it's Finn Alexander out there,
Finn
actually.
Alexander, wow. It'll be a 50-yard kick. That would be quite impressive if he can hit this one.
Oh,
And
that's short.
that is short and to the right. So that'll be no good, but, you
A
know,
little bit
I think
short,
after the failed
no
fourth
good.
and short last time, they wanted to take their chances with the kicker. It did not work out, though.
Yeah, that was a long field goal. I mean, they clearly have trust in their defense the way they're kind of playing with the fourth down on the last play and trying the field goal there. So they trust their defense, which is good to see, and I'd say they're making the right choices so far, especially with Pallotti only having that one touchdown.
Yeah, and I think it was a good attempt, but I think Pallotti might be able to take advantage of that, you know, that turnover there. Seeing as the score is still 7-6, this is anyone's game. There's third quarter with 2 minutes to go. McDonogh has the lead, and it's quarterback Amir Lowry taking the snap, and he'll hand it off immediately.
Mathani with a huge hit on
Xavion Price.
on the Pallotti running back.
Yeah. Xavion Price took that big hit from Mathani, like you said, and
A huge hit by Mathani. Hype. He looked pretty hype after that hit.
yeah, that was a great play, and you know,
Yeah, Mathani's not afraid to come up in the box and hit. He told me a lot of schools are recruiting him at safety, and he said he's looking forward to playing the box a little bit in college. So he's not afraid to come up and hit.
yeah, he's proven himself there. That's what he wants to do. I think there'll be an opportunity for him, especially if he's making plays like that, you know. Amir Lowry comes out there. Looks like they've got 2 running backs and a pitch, but oh my goodness, is he gonna throw it? Oh, that's a fumble. And number 54, they're gonna call it an incomplete
They call it an
pass.
incomplete pass. I think there was a miscue on the Pallotti wide receiver. I couldn't see, but it looked like he just either wasn't open or wasn't looking back for the ball. But Camden was out there to disrupt the little trick play. They try to pass to the wide receiver, and then he tried throwing it, but it looked like a miscue.
That was an interesting call by the refs there. That looked like he didn't quite get into that throwing motion, but maybe he did it. It's hard to tell from up here. They will call it an incomplete pass instead of a 3rd and 8, but really it was a great stop there by the McDonogh defense to force him into that situation.
Yeah, it was. Camden had a great play. It's hard to get off the edge with these guys on McDonogh.
And
look out, Camden.
Oh my goodness, he took a big hit, and he's gonna launch that ball downfield, and he just misses him. And it looks like cornerback
Miles Hurd, I think.
Yeah, number 10 for McDonogh.
Miles Hurd, yeah. It looked like he got kind of lost in coverage there, and Nathan Stewart did break open, but just a tiny bit overthrown. But it did look like Miles just lost him on the play and a missed opportunity by Pallotti. It does look like the quarterback got an arm. He threw that pretty far.
Yeah, I mean, that's the difference of, you know, maybe 1.5 yards there of, you know, that's a touchdown. I mean, he completely broke free, and he number 10 for McDonogh completely got burned on there. It looks like he gave up there. So if that was a completion, that would have been devastating.
That would have been a touchdown.
For McDonogh, for sure.
A huge break for the McDonogh Eagles.
So
but Nathan Stewart is getting behind the defense, so we need to look out for that for the rest of the game.
That punt was almost blocked. Michael Tan's back there to take it, and he will catch it. He'll get stopped in his tracks at the 42, 43-yard line. I mean, that has gotten back-to-back really good field position, and
yeah, they got to take advantage of it. They're playing around. They've had 2 okay, solid drives where they got in field goal range, but they got in no points. So they need to stop playing around with the game a little bit because Pallotti has shown that they will take the top off the defense, and they can definitely score the ball.
Yeah, so they need to score here to give themselves some comfort, a little bit of comfort here, because you know they were able to capitalize on that first good field position attempt, but the last two, I mean, they've been on the 40 or better, and they haven't been able to capitalize. So, you know, McDonough's really looking to score. Be a quick throw to number 4, who will rush for 1 yard. That
It looked like Caden Harris on the catch, but only got a couple. It's interesting, they got Caden, Santino, Jeff, and Finney in there all at the same time. Those 4 guys are all electric wide receivers for the Eagles, and they're going to be pretty hard to match up with.
Yeah, and it's looks like might be a stoppage play.
End of the quarter.
Yeah, there's 5 seconds left in the third quarter, and that clock is winding down. And that will be the end of the third quarter. So we'll see you back at the start of the fourth. It is 76. McDonogh does have the lead by 1, and they have the ball on the 45-yard line for second down. So
yeah, we got a great game.
We'll see you in a bit. All right, we are back here. Palazzo's about to take the snap. There's some motion, and it is a run up the middle again. And that play, this time, that play worked. Demetrius Smith.
Great run by Demetrius Smith. Best carry on the day. He looked like he almost broke it. He kept those legs moving, but he couldn't get any more after a gain of about 12 for Demetrius Smith, and they're going to hurry up now.
Yeah, McDonogh looking to press the issue. They need to get some points on the board, and they're going to keep going with that run game, but they are stuffed at the line, and looks like what we've usually seen today. You know, those breaking free has not been common for the McDonogh offense, so stuff there will bring up second and long. What do you expect to see him bring out here, Trey?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Demetrius Smith is coming out the game, so I would expect a pass. But I wouldn't be surprised if they kept it on the ground either. But I would like to see McDonogh not play tentative and open up the playbook.
Yeah, it's very interesting that they went straight out of that no-huddle offense. They went right into it and then immediately gave up as soon as they were stuffed. So
you can see them pressing Jeff.
Yeah, they're staying tight on them.
Finney.
They really wanted to go deep, and
there's Santino.
Santino again, a favorite target for Palazzo, and he'll gain maybe 1-2 yards. Then I'll set up third and long from the 40.
Yes,
like
Santino came across the whole field. They had that look tonight a couple plays ago, but the quarterback didn't throw it for the Eagles. But I'm definitely sure that the coaches talked to him about it. But Santino's been open on that same route a couple times tonight, and I was surprised to see them not throw it, but a good adjustment by Braden Palazzo.
Yeah, I think the defenses tonight for both sides have just been incredible. The offenses on both sides have also struggled to get anything going. I mean, McDonogh's offense has been given great field position. They haven't been able to get anything to work. That is a miscue there between Palazzo and number 4 seed
Michael Tan. It was just a little bit overthrown by Palazzo, and that'll bring out Peter Kokinis on the punt.
Yeah, and disappointing drive there, especially because they were really looking to get out of the gate and press the narrative, push the ball down the field, and they were not able to do that this time. So
yeah, it looks like we kind of got a defensive stalemate right now, kind of looking like the Broncos-Colts game last night.
Yeah. Someone needs to take the Broncos off primetime. And that punt was almost blocked, but it was not. And that is a looks like it'll be a pretty decent punt. We'll see whether they decide to spot that one.
Yeah, it looked like a good punt by Peter Kokinis.
It did, but that ref, oh, yeah, it was a great punt. It looks like they'll be at the 13-yard line. We'll see if, McDonough's offense has struggled to make that scoring play since we saw early in the third quarter. We'll see if the defense can bring some energy back into the offense, if they can make a stop here. If they can make a really good stop, set up the McDonogh in really good field position, maybe that'll be enough.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, again, we have a really good matchup between two great players in McDonogh and Nathan Stewart on the right side of the field. So look for that out there.
And Pallotti will take the snap and just hand it off right at the middle for a 4-yard gain really quick. It'll be 2nd and 6, it looks like.
Yeah, not a bad gain to start
Yeah, I mean,
for the Pallotti running back.
they're just looking to push the ball down the field, They struggled to move the offense since the first half. And Pallotti really just needs to get something going. Looks like they're in that 2-back set again. And they'll hand it off immediately.
Oh.
And he's going to break free. And Luke Miller tries to make the tackle, but it looks like it was eventually
Brought down by Miles Hurd.
Yeah, Miles Hurd made that tackle at the end.
Pallotti running back went right through a pretty big hole and got a big gain. One of their better offensive plays of the night.
Yeah, and that's interesting, especially because they've had some trouble with the run game this far, but it looks like that's going to be their strategy for this drive. They've been pounding the ball up the middle, and right there he broke free. I mean, that's a really nice gain for Pallotti. We'll see if they are able to push the ball even further down, maybe challenge the McDonogh lead. And that is
got hit while he threw it. Oh, that's
great throw, and what a catch by number 2, Xavion Prince.
Yeah, great play by Xavion there. That was a bullet by the quarterback. While he was getting hit by the McDonogh D tackle, I think it was Justin DeMario in the hit. But one of the better throws we've seen with pressure in his face, an impressive throw by Pallotti.
Yeah, Amir Lowry with that great throw, like you said, through that pressure, and it was just a great connection. I mean, he knew exactly where his wide receiver was going to be, and he made that play. And that's going to be a handoff up the middle, but it looks like, what an elusive play. That flag flew all the way up into the air, though.
Yeah, it looked like Tamaris Walker, the Maryland commit, almost made the play, but couldn't get the running back. But we'll see what the flag is.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great game, and it looks like Pallotti's offense has been able to get things going lately, and we'll see if they're able to score here in this position in the red zone.
You're good. Looks like the penalty was on McDonogh there. Looks like Pallotti's under center. A run, and McDonogh, 3 McDonogh players got there on the play. Great stop.
Yeah, I mean, just a great stuff there from the McDonogh's front 7. Able to hold him. It looks like it's for no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. We'll see if they're able to make any progress here after McDonogh gave up all that yardage ahead, and now they made that great stop on the line.
I think it's 4th down territory for Pallotti, because what I've seen tonight is they don't have a kicker they trust. So I'm pretty sure they'll go for it no matter what, but we'll see.
Yeah, they'll probably look to set themselves up here for a shorter.
Oh,
and that is a fumble.
That's got to be a fumble.
And
Tamaris Walker picks it up.
What a play.
Camden drawed it loose. Recently picked up an offer from Maryland. The DN Camden, number 28, made the play, and Tamaris Walker picked it up.
And what an electrifying play for this McDonogh offense. I mean, now they're going to come out there with the defense of making that play. They do not want to disappoint. They've got to go out there and score and really make their defense proud after making a play like that. I mean,
yeah, huge hit by Camden again. He's had a pretty good night, too. McDonogh D-line showing what they got.
Yeah, I mean, all of the McDonough's fan base and especially also the sidelines. I mean, everyone is just excited to see that play up from McDonogh. So we'll see if they're able to put something together here on this drive. We'll start from the 25, 1st and 10, and fresh set of downs. Plaza will get ready to take the snap with 2 backs behind him, 3 receivers. And that is a run right up the middle with Demetrius Smith, all the way to the 37-yard line for a first down.
Yeah, the run game has definitely got going here in the 3rd and 4th quarter a little bit. Just has been the opposite of the first half, which is great to see by Demetrius Smith.
Yeah.
And with about 11-yard carry, but with 7.5 minutes left, that run game could come up huge. They could kind of burn this clock down a little bit and make it really hard for Pallotti to come back down only 1.
Yeah, and it looks like it'll be a run up the middle again to Demetrius Smith. And we're seeing both offenses have success in the run game now.
Yeah, good. Another good 5-yard run by Demetrius Smith. And this is where McDonogh, this is a huge drive for McDonough's offense to either get some points to give their defense a little bit more freedom or to just run this clock down.
Yeah, I mean, the defense is begging for some breathing room, especially with the great plays they've made. That turnover on the last drive. They're begging for something, especially with the field position they've been setting this offense up in. So they really need the offense to make a play here and hopefully downfield. It looks like Sanchez will go in motion. It'll be a run up the middle. Again, they've been heavily relying on that formation.
Yeah,
they see Sanchez come across.
Yeah, they send Santino in motion quite a bit throughout the whole season. But it's a good look because sometimes they do run it to Santino, and if they see something they like off of the motion, they'll definitely call something off of that for the Eagles offense.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it. All right.
Just see Pallotti just pressing.
Yeah.
The McDonogh wide receivers.
They're desperate to get that ball back, especially after that turnover last drive. And that was a little bit of a missed throw, but Sanchez is still able to make the grab and push it through the chains.
I think that'll move the chains. Yeah, that's a first down conversion.
It looks like there's a flag possibly.
There's a flag on the play.
McDonogh, looks like it was thrown by a ref that was only around McDonogh players, but.
Flag on the play.
Oh, yeah. That's gonna back up, and Santino Sanchez is absolutely livid with the call, which I understand. It seems like most of the McDonogh crowd is here a couple boos, but I'm not even sure what he did there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. It was likely something he said around the ref there, or maybe it looks like number 27 for Pallotti is down, by the way. Robert Mitchell, you hope to see him. You're glad to see him get up there, and hopefully he'll be okay. But yeah, I mean that's just a play
that's a huge play in the game because it's going to be hard for the Eagles to pick up this 3rd down now.
Yeah, I mean you've seen this offense struggle greatly, and it does look like they have first down.
It does look like I think maybe that was after the play.
So they'll make it first and it's a 15-yard probably, so first and 25. Yeah, especially with how much this.
Oh no, I think the penalties were offsetting, so it looks like it's just 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
Oh, okay.
Penalties from both sides.
Gotcha.
Dang.
Yep. You see. Oh, that's just a run up the middle to Demetrius Smith for 1 or 2 yards. And they'll just send at least one receiver in motion, and I think that might have something to do with the fact that they like to confuse the defense a little bit. You know, sending that quarterback in motion might drive them away from making the play on the run.
Yeah.
But you've seen them return to it over and over again.
Yeah, this is a perfect drive by McDonogh, though. They've run down the clock a ton, almost 3 minutes. And it looks like they're going to do more because it looks like they're content to run the ball.
Plaza will look left immediately, and he'll hit
Jeff.
What a throw. And they'll gain 20 yards out of that. It'll be a first down on the 30-yard line.
Good play by Jeff, but a mental error. He wants to just go down there instead of going out of bounds so he doesn't keep the clock going, but still good pass and catch from Braden to Jeff.
Yeah, and you see Braden's got a lot of great receivers around him this year, and I think that's really good for this developmental year as a freshman that, you know, he's got these guys that are willing to help him out and make catches like that for him.
Yeah.
You can trust these guys.
It looks like they're starting to build chemistry throughout the season. It's definitely gotten better.
And Piazza will hand it up the middle to Demetrius for looks like a 7 or 8 yard gain.
Yeah.
With yet another big run.
This has been a great quarter from Demetrius Smith. Another great run by him. And the McDonogh ground game is going. I don't know if Pallotti's just tired or if the pass game kind of this quarter has opened up the run game for McDonogh. I bet it's some of both. I'm sure that since McDonogh has shown they can pass the ball a little bit, that Pallotti is guessing a little bit more, and it's harder for them to stop the run now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right about that for sure. And you've seen their defense try to make several adjustments, like as we were mentioning earlier, and as we talk, Demetrius Smith is able to move the ball forward for maybe a couple yards to set up a 3rd and short. You've seen the defense make adjustments like trying to press, trying to play off, and it looks like they've done offense after a couple tries has been able to figure out how to play their defense. So it's a game of chess here between these coordinators and these offensive and defensive staffs.
Yeah, we only got 3 minutes in. By the time they get this playoff, it'll be about 3 minutes left. McDonogh with the ball. So McDonogh is in great shape here. I would like to see them keep it on the ground here to keep the clock moving, but we'll see what they do.
And it looks like they will put it in the air, and it's dropped by Santino Sanchez. His first drop of the night, to my knowledge.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of why I would have preferred the McDonogh to run the ball. Now that stops the clock for Pallotti, but looks like the Eagles are staying out there on 4th down.
Interesting decision there. I mean, you saw the missed field goal earlier from around the same spot. So, you know, you don't have a great trust in your kicker, I guess. They're looking to get this first down, and I agree with you, Trey. I would say keep it on the ground.
If they were going to go for it, I think they definitely should have ran it.
Yeah. And it looks like he's going to throw short.
Gotcha. Stay in bounds.
There is a flag down.
The 4th down conversion made by number 12.
We'll see if that gets called back. It was a well-executed curl route there.
They run a ton of curls in their offense. This might be coming back, though.
Yeah, you're right. They do run a lot of those curls. I think they're looking for Palazzo's short passes to get him comfortable in the offense, you know. And, yeah, it does look like it's on McDonogh.
Yeah, this one's coming back.
And does that change your decision? I mean, depending on how far back they go, are you looking at a punt now and a 4th and 10 here? I mean, that's
you're kind of in that weird territory where you're not going to quite punt it, but you don't really want to kick it. So it looks like the offense is staying out there, so it looks like they will go for
that was a huge penalty. It looks like it would be 15 yards. And they're the opposing side's chanting, you can't do that with the minimal.
I guess the parents are shouting that.
Yeah. So it'll be a 4th and quite a bit there for McDonough's offense. And it looks like they're going to stay out there.
Looks like a 4th and about 20.
Interesting decision. You know, if I'm McDonough's coaching staff, I might bring out the punt team. But, you know, they're willing to give their offense a try, it looks like. They're giving them a chance to make a play.
I'd say for 4th and 16, 17 yards.
Yeah, I agree. It does look like that's what it is. You know, so what do you draw up here? I mean, you've seen the limited deep throws from Palazzo. What are you going to call on this 4th and long play?
I mean, they're cranking the clock down. It looks like there's some miscue on the field. I don't know if McDonogh called a timeout or if the refs talking about the time.
I think they called a timeout, like they would just drain the clock down as far as they could, and then they called a timeout.
Yeah, then they called a timeout.
We'll see if they bring out the punt team. But it does look like the offense is still on the field. They're not
Yeah, the Coach Sule wanted an explanation of that call, but it gives them time to talk over it. But yeah, the offense looks like they're still out there.
Yeah.
No, it looks like Peter Kokinis is going to come out now and punt it.
Yeah, I mean, especially with Palazzo, I mean, you've seen a couple deep throws from him tonight, but relying on that, especially when the defense is expecting it on that long play, that would definitely be risky, especially when you're in the lead and how well your defense has played. So,
yeah, this shows trust in their defense. Down by 1. Both teams have 2 timeouts. So Pallotti's got to throw the ball here.
And
watch out for a throw back by Pallotti on the punt. They got 2 guys back there.
Yeah, they've got some kind of weird play going on. There was definitely some confusion. They had a wrong man in, but it looks like they're out there now, and that looks like a pretty decent punt there, and
Yeah,
it'll
good
go
punt
out of
by
bounds. These look great today, so
Out of bounds.
that ball looks like the ref will stop it maybe at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, great. Peter Kokinis has had a good day today.
Yeah, had some great punts. It'll be
It's quite It's starting to get a little bit windy. Let's see if that has any
cold.
effects on Pallotti. They're going to have to throw the ball here.
Panthers are gonna
Yeah,
get the ball back.
they are throwing against the wind for our viewers at
And
home.
we got to expect it's got to be Nathan Stewart here. But we got Mathani on him. The Eagles have Mathani on him, but it looks like they're content to have kind of a 3-back look.
And they are going to run the ball, interesting. And they have had a lot of success on the run offense, so
McDonogh is fine with that. They're going to have to open it up because that's not going to get enough yard, and that's wasting the clock going down. You'd rather have them throw incomplete passes where at least the clock stops. They're going to have to pass the ball here.
There's a minute and 42 left, and that clock is winding down. They're going to run again. And maybe they're looking, as we said before, they don't have a kicker they can really trust. I mean, that's one of the reasons they're down right now. They went for 2 on that. So, I mean, 7-6. I don't see a reason to be running the ball right now.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like I wouldn't be surprised to see play action off of this.
And they're going to just keep pounding it up the middle. And
he's got a hole.
To Bellotti's credit, it is being very successful.
And he got out of bounds, too.
So 1 minute, 17 seconds. What a great offensive start to the drive. They're moving that ball down the field.
It's interesting because
McDonogh was definitely not expecting it, and that might have been one of the reasons it worked. I mean, running that quick no-huddle offense and quick rushes.
I mean, it's definitely a questionable decision to keep running the ball, but obviously they don't trust their quarterback. But they don't have a kicker they trust either, so it's going to be hard to run it all the way down. And
he's stuffed there. It'll be 2nd and 12. It looks like the coach on Pallotti's side is looking for some kind of call. He looked frustrated there.
I couldn't tell who made that play. I thought it was Mason, but I'm not sure.
Well, the Pallotti lose one of their timeouts. There's a minute and 8 seconds to go.
Yeah, this strategy is really interesting to me. They have 1 timeout. They're running the ball. They don't really have a kicker they trust, we've seen tonight. So,
I mean,
I'm thinking they have to pass.
I think they're running the ball to set themselves up, but, at some point they are going to have to air it out. And we'll see when they decide to do that. And I think by running the ball, it's an interesting strategy that has forced McDonough's defense to play down a little bit. Maybe give the wide receiver some breathing room back there to get open.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure McDonough's fine with them running the ball. But I think it's got to be Nathan Stewart. They set him on the other side to get him off of Mathani.
And that's a play action there, and he's going to look down the field. And you're right, Nathan Stewart makes the catch, and they'll be down to the 26-yard line. What a close finish we have here. 76, a minute and 2 to go.
Yeah, that's a good adjustment. They're hurrying up, but they sent Nathan Stewart on the other side to get him off of Mathani, and good throw.
54 seconds on the clock. They'll run it, and they will be stuffed.
There's Mason Robinson again with another tackle for loss. Mason Robinson is probably the defensive MVP so far this year. Either him or Camden, both the DNs for McDonogh, but great play by Mason.
Yeah, it'll be 2nd and long here with 30 seconds to go, and the clock is winding down. He's going to hand it off again up the middle. They're just hoping to break free, but has not worked yet. We'll see when they decide to use that final timeout.
Yeah, they use their final timeout. 24 seconds left. I don't think they're going to kick it.
Yeah, I would be surprised to see them bring the kicking unit out if they get fourth down here. I think that they will go for it.
I think it's end zone or bust for Pallotti.
And we'll see. I think this is where you start going to the air because now you've got no timeouts. Running the ball, you've got to.
No, they can't run the ball.
I mean,
they can't run the ball here because they're going to have to hurry up and get a spike off because unless they get out of bounds, the clock's not stopping.
It is an interesting strategy, though, because on that first play we saw on this drive, you had all the linebackers from McDonogh playing back, and now you see them pushing in. So it is giving them a little bit of breathing room back there to throw the ball. And McDonogh at least has to honor the run here in case they, want to try to get 2 quick plays off, where they run, waste 12 seconds trying to get a quick pass.
I would like to see McDonogh possibly shade the safety Luke Miller over number 1 Nathan Stewart's side. But I'm not sure if they were doing that. Mouser looks like he's way off coverage.
And he will look right, and he will fire to Nathan Stewart, and it's incomplete. Trying to make the catch over the head of Luke Miller. It looks like that's who it was, and he just couldn't quite make it.
Yeah.
Great coverage there. And it was a throw, a little bit overthrown, you could say, but I mean, really, I think there was just not really a chance for that.
It looks like it's going to be Nathan Stewart. I would love to see Luke Miller shade over to help Miles Hurd on this.
All right, this is the play you want to watch, ladies and gentlemen. 4th down, 19 seconds to go.
Here's the game.
This is the game right here. He'll look right immediately down the field, same play.
Oh,
and that's defensive pass interference. What a game. That will bring the ball down to, in high school football, it's a 10 or 15-yard penalty.
I'm not sure, we'll see, but that's a huge call by the ref. I don't know if you can call that with the game on the line.
I mean, it was definitely, it looked a little bit like pass interference. But yeah, they were looking for a call there, especially after the last one was a little bit questionable. So,
I mean,
that'll give them first down.
Pallotti. I mean, throwing the ball a lot. You see the NFL and college, you get a lot of pass interference calls. So,
yeah, it'll be 1st and 10 here. They've got
now it's getting tight.
Yeah, 14 seconds to go.
I still don't think they can run it.
No, now
it'll be really hard to get another play off if they
would
do.
have to spike. It looks like McDonogh will call a timeout. Maybe give the defense some time to breathe.
Yeah, the game's getting pretty crazy. Give the defense a rest, but yeah, I think it's got to be a pass. I mean, I would love to see McDonogh change up the strategy a little bit. It looks like it's a streak fade kind of route to number 1 Nathan Stewart every single time. So
that has been both their pass attempts on this drive, or all 3. So we'll see if they try to do that. If Pallotti tries to make that same throw, maybe on the other side. But
I mean, I don't blame Pallotti throwing it to him because he's got single coverage almost every single time out there.
Yeah, and I mean, what a finish this game. So for those of you just turning in, it is 7-6. McDonogh has the lead. Pallotti has the ball on McDonogh's 12-yard line with 14 seconds to go. And this is as tight as it gets. And we'll see what they're able to do here. I mean, Pallotti has struggled to score all game at least since the half ended. And what a low-scoring affair, I mean, for this photo finish.
Yeah, McDonogh is playing a little bit too off coverage.
Looks like they're
Nathan
discarding
Stewart has a wide open slant if he wants it. Oh,
and it's dropped by wide receiver number 11 for Pallotti. Daniel Wingate with the drop there, but it was a decent throw over the middle. Tough play to make for sure. Second down here.
McDonough's definitely got to be careful. They're almost so off on number 1 Nathan Stewart that he kind of has a slant if he wants it, but it does look like Demetrius Smith should be able to get there on the help.
Yeah, I think that they're playing they're playing the end zone for sure. And that's incomplete. Third down, 6 seconds to go. This could be the last play of the game if the quarterback holds the ball for long enough.
They're gonna.
I think
How
they'll
much time did that play take off? About
2 to 3 seconds, but
I think they got 2 more.
They
Third
could possibly
down.
get
I think they
another
get
one.
2 off.
Yeah, I think they'll look to. I think they'll look to
Got
a
to be
quick
incomplete
pass.
though. It can't be short of the goal line. But it's interesting. They're willing to give their other receivers a chance there.
I think one of the reasons, like we were saying earlier, that McDonogh is playing off is they're putting the safety in coverage in the middle, so that if they do decide to run that slant route, they're guarding the end zone.
Yeah.
If they're down, on the 2 to 3 yard line, they have no chance to get the spike off. I mean, that's the end of the game. So it's end zone or nothing here.
Yeah, you see, Luke Miller's over on Nathan Stewart's side now.
Yeah.
They're too high this time.
He'll look left immediately, and he's
He's
taken
shot,
down.
and that'll be the game.
What an amazing
The sophomore Camden makes the play, and McDonogh scores 3.
Defensive finish for the ages here at John McDonogh Stadium. What a great game we got to see here. McDonogh is able to make the stop. The home fans will go home happy. And for a low-scoring event, that was an exciting finish.
What a game by the McDonogh defense. Camden coming up huge on the play.
Yeah, I mean,
the DNs have been huge all season, Mason Robinson, Camden, so I wouldn't expect anything else. But great game. McDonogh wins 7-6.
Yeah, I mean, really tight. It was a great game to call. Thank you guys for tuning in. Final score, McDonogh 7, St. Vincent Pallotti High School 6. We'll see you guys next time.
Don't say the punt is good.
Lock the windows.